Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the platform of Unacademy, India's largest learning platform. Yes, everyone, am I audible, visible to all of you? Yes, everyone. On Unacademy, we are going to provide you daily live classes, live test, quiz, structured courses, and unlimited access with one subscription. I hope all of you downloaded the Unacademy app because the special classes and plus classes available only on the app. Yes, let me introduce myself. Those who are new here, my name is Harshvardhan Singh, and I am having 9-year experience in the field of civil services as an educator at Delhi, Pune, and Nagpur. Currently, I am going to take the all aspects of history along with economics and international relation on this platform. Recently, I finished the lecture series on IR and world history. It is available on our. Today, I'm going to take the lecture of modern India as well as economics. Please do watch the videos and please join me there as well. Those who having any problem, any doubt, any query, want to ask any question related to the civil services preparation, a practical approach if you want, then you can contact me through Telegram channel at unacademy_harshv10, or you can connect with me through Unacademy app at Harshvardhan Singh for you. Yes, everyone, these are our top educators. Please do watch their videos. It will be very helpful for you in your preparation. I hope all of you subscribe to Unacademy. Those who haven't taken subscription, please subscribe to Unacademy because your subscription made us possible to present such a wonderful video lecture. Without your support, it is not possible. So please subscribe to Unacademy. We are going to provide you two options, plus as well as iconic. I insist you to have iconic subscription because we are going to present every aspect of guidance in the iconic subscription. So if you want to take the plus subscription, then we have option of 1 month, 3 month subscription, and use my code HARSHV10. This is my code. If you are going to use this code, you will get the 10% discount and it will cost around 44,550. The same way, if you want to take the iconic subscription for a year, it will cost around 62,550 after using my code HARSHV10. The same way, for optional, for a year subscription, it will cost around 24,750 after using my code HARSH10. Yes, an academic combat is on 7th February. Please be there. Please join there. The format is very simple. 45 minutes, 60 question and 30 combats. Prizes are also there for you. And yes, from today we are going to launch the new batches for UPSC CSE 2021, 22 and 23. So these batches are available in English, Hindi and bilingual according to your own convenience. Please join these batches. Yes, we are going to provide you combo offer as well. So if you want to take the GS iconic subscription with optional subscription, it will cost around 88,705, and if it want to take the both plus subscription, it will cost around 70,103. Yes, price hike everybody knew about. Today only we are going to hike the prices, and these are my special classes. It is available for you on Unacademy app. Please watch the videos. Here we discuss about the modern India, world history, international relation, economics. Along with we discuss the questions related to the mains, how to write the answer and all. Along with we discuss the prelims related questions. So please do not miss this video. Yes, quick recap of last lecture. Okay, how many people are there? Nayan. Okay, how many people are there? Yes, good morning, Ashwini, Nayan, Uma, Nilesh, Ram Kumar, Pooja, Anaga. Yes, Anaga, after a long time. Okay, yesterday evening we had a lecture of economics, and then we discussed some terms and terminologies related to the monetary policy. The monetary policy, we discussed the two things. The first is basically related to direct tools and indirect tools. The direct tools we mentioned about the two, that is CRR and SLR. Then we mention about the indirect tools, repo rate, Yes, reverse repo rate. Then we discuss about OMO. Then we discuss about bank rates. Yes, these things we discussed in the last lecture. For quick recap, I just want to tell you indirect tools. As we mentioned about the repo rate, it is a short-term transaction. It is between RBI and bank. How the transaction is going on, we already discussed in the last lecture, and how it is going to curve. The same way, reverse repo rate is a short, but it is a reverse transaction as of repo. OMO is open market operation. This transaction is between RBI and banks and financial institution. That is, financial institution is also known as non-banking financial company. We discussed that what exactly the non-banking financial company. So very basic thing I just want to tell you related to NBFC, that is they are lending only. They are not depositing money. The basic function of banks is to accept the deposit and lend the money. Then we discuss about the bank rate. It is between RBI and scheduled commercial bank. We discuss about CRR, that is cash reserve ratio. This cash means bank has to keep some cash as a reserve in RBI. So we mention about 3 to 15% range is there. Then we mention about SLR. SLR is up to 40%, and we mention one more thing, that is SLR, that is bank has to keep the liquid asset. The liquid asset we mention about what type of liquid asset? Gold. Then we mention about GSEC. Then we mention about cash, because these three are the liquid assets the bank has to maintain within themselves. Clear? So these things we discuss, and we discuss important aspect. If means these tools are basically used by RBI to absorb absorption or infusion of money in the market. And we mention one more thing, that is this is the tool through which RBI can curb the inflation. Clear? If excess money is available in the market, then demand is more, the inflation is more. So if less amount of money is available in the market, less demand is there, then less deflation or inflation decrease. Clear? So we mentioned everything in the last lecture. Those who missed it, just go and watch. It is available on Unacademy app. Yesterday only we discussed. Yes, so today we are going to discuss another important aspect of it, that is MSF, that is Marginal Standing Facility. Along with that, as we already discussed this thing in the yesterday's special class, but along with that, one more important topic which we left in between, and that is related to the planning. So today we are going to take MSF along with some aspect related to the planning, and in the coming week we are going to discuss the planning commission and the other aspects of planning. Yes, Sri, Akshay, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so is there any question, query related to the last lecture? Everyone? Yes, do you have any question, query related to the last lecture? No? Good. So, marginal standing facility. What exactly this is? It was introduced by RBI in May 2011. Introduced by RBI in May 2011. What exactly it is? Banks can borrow overnight up to 1% of their net demand and time liabilities. This is popularly known as NDTL from RBI at the interest rate of 1% higher than the current repo rate. What is MSF? MSF is another aspect of borrowing money. Who is going to borrow? Yes, here is RBI, here is a bank. Bank wants to borrow money. Here, bank wants to borrow money. So money flow is there. So bank has to keep, of course, GSEC, and bank is going to pay the rate of interest. Yes. What exactly it is? Bank can borrow overnight up to 1% of their net demand and time liabilities from RBI at the rate of interest 1% higher than repo rate. 1% higher than repo rate. That means it is a costlier, simple term, and bank is a business. Yes, everyone. Bank is a business which runs on the profit. Why they are going to take the amount which is higher than 1%, and you know minimum amount it is going, yes, I forgot to mention that point. And if you want to take, you have to take in the terms of 1 crore. Means you can take the 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crore, so on. So you know right now what exactly the 1% of 1 crore, how much it will cost. Clear? But still, why it is necessary? Because MSF is basically last resort for banks for borrowing. Last resort for bank for borrowing means when bank uses all existing LAF, that is LAF we mentioned yesterday. Yes, what is LAF? Liquidity Adjustment Facility, and we mentioned that LAF Liquidity Adjustment Facility is having repo and reverse repo. So when bank uses this facility of repo, when they lost their chances, this is the only chance for bank to borrow money. And it is the last thing. So that's why we use it would be a penalty, penal rates means a punishment kind of. But still, bank required some money. Sometimes any emergency is there. That's why 1% rate is more. So that bank should not use it and on daily basis. Yes, that is there. It is basically the last resort for bank to use to take the money. What's the aim of this project? Yes, what's the aim? Aim should be clear. Aim is basically to reduce the volatility in the overnight lending rates in the interbank market and enable smooth monetary transaction in financial system. Basically, it is going to reduce the volatility, means the increase fluctuation, increase or suddenly decrease in the lending rates. Because you know one thing is very clear. If you are right or wrong, yes everyone, if you are in need, if you really required so money desperately, so other person is going to take advantage of your situation. Am I right or wrong? Yes everyone. Yes. Yeah, is that a case? That is, if whenever you had need, people are going to give you generously without taking any tension. No, no, please take it. It is for you. We are waiting for you. Somebody, someday you are going to ask. It has never been a case. Remember one thing, this is a rule of the market. When you have an urgency, people are going to take advantage of that position. They are going to charge more, and that's the reason this MSF facility is there. And who is going to provide that? RBI is going to provide to banks, because RBI is a apex bank. Clear? RBI is a apex bank and they do not want such malpractices prevail in the market. So that's why the main intention we mentioned to reduce the volatility or in the overnight lending rates in the interbank system and enable smooth monetary transaction in financial system. And of course it is short term borrowing. Yes, it is a short-term borrowing. MSF is a short-term borrowing. And yesterday we mentioned about what is short-term, what is medium-term, and what is long-term. Yes, everyone, that point is also clear to all of you. Short term, medium term, long term. Those who are new here, yesterday I think most of you are not there. So short term, we mentioned less than year. That means 364 days. Medium term is basically more than year, but less than 5 years. And long term, of course, more than 5 years. And this more than 5 years may be anything, maybe 7 year, 10 year, 20 year, 25, whatever it may be. Long term is a different. Short term. So this is MSF is also a monetary tool for short term money borrowing. Clear? Is that clear? And it is a transaction between bank and RBI. It is also clear. No question, nothing else. Good. Okay. The next thing. There are another important aspect as I mentioned about the thing related to the planning. Planning before independence. The most important aspect that is, as you know, India after independence adopted planning commission. We adopted the socialist type of planning. But what was the case? Because it was not a sudden move that after independence we decided to launch a plan. There were various plans presented by Indians from different streams, and basically our planning was based on all these plans. Yes, what exactly the plan? So some of you quite aware of this term Bombay Plan. Bombay Plan. Yes, I think if you read any book like any economics book, then you have gone through it. Bombay Plan. So what's the Bombay Plan? Bombay Plan was a plan for economic development of India. It was presented in 1945. So much before independence, they presented this form because if you look at this phase, then this is the phase of power transition, transfer of power, because 1945 onwards it is clear that India is going to be free. So that's why those who are having vision, they presented such type of plan for economic development. So this plan is presented by 8 Indian industrialists like G.D. Birla, like J.R.D. Tata, etc. So these are the main important personalities in that G.D. Birla, J.R.D. Tata, Purushottam Das, Thakur Das. So they were the people who presented this plan, idea, what should be the economic development of India after independence. So they presented that plan. So this plan is basically a perspective plan. We already discussed what is perspective plan. A plan which is beyond 5 years. Yes, am I right? A plan which is beyond 5 years is known as a perspective plan. We discussed in the our crash course only. So they presented the plan for 15 years economic development plan of India for 15 years, and here they focused on mixed economy. Yes, please remember it. They focused on mixed economy. That means both government and private sector should play important role. Along with that means capitalist should be there. Along with that government authority should be there. And the most important aspect in the mixed economy that is related to basic and heavy industry. Focus on basic and heavy industry. So please tell me one thing. What is basic and heavy industry? Yes, everyone. What do you think? What is basic and heavy industry? Yes, what do you think? What is basic? Which industry is known as basic industry and heavy industry? If you know it, please tell me the name of these industries are considered as a basic and heavy industry. Akshay said heavy industry is steel and iron. Okay. What about you? What do you think? Which industry? Iron industry and steel industry. Okay. Other than that, Man said with the large investment, the basic and heavy industry required large investment. Okay. Cement industry. Then, as you are going to appear for exam, so you should know what is the basic and heavy industry, because UPSC earlier asked this question related to the core industry. Yes, even they may ask the question related to the basic and heavy industry. So definitely they are going to like basic and heavy industry like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pooja said chemical mining comes under heavy industry. Neha said coal and oil. So can we mention coal? Can we mention mining? Don't you think it is the same? Coal is a mining activity. So can we include coal into that? Or whether coal is a different and mining is a different? Textile industry, MSME, कुछ भी, Akshay. Do one thing. Yes, I purposely asked this question for you. Just go and read which industries comes into the umbrella term known as basic and heavy industry. Yes, everyone, please do understand. So, focused on basic and heavy industries, iron and steel, of course, steel, cement, and all. Do one thing you can find by your own. What is the significance of it? Basic and heavy industries are those industry which laid the foundation for industrialization in any particular country. They are going to produce those output which are considered as a basic source for further industry. That is known as basic and heavy industry. For example, if you want to establish a automobile industry, then steel industry should be developed at your place. Iron industry should be developed at your place. Clear? Without that, automobile industry is not going to work well. So now you get the basic meaning. What is basic and heavy industry? These are those industry which played a important role in the development of economy, and they provided the base for further development in industrialization. Clear? Next. One more plan presented, and this plan is known as People's Plan. People's Plan. So remember one thing, whenever the word peoples is used in any planning or any country uses the word peoples, consider it as a communist. Blindly considered it as, because they are eager to write the name people. For example, one country is there, our neighbor country is there, and do you know that they are right now encroaching in our territory? Of course, Pakistan. Are you joking? Then who? China. So you know the China is the official name of the China is People's Republic of China. So remember one thing, this communists always have an affection with the word peoples. Clear? So People's Plan, basically what exactly this plan? People's Plan was presented in 1944 by Indian Labour Union. So of course it is a communist organization. It is a communist organization, Indian Labour Union, and one more important person associated involved into it, that is M.N. Roy, Manvendranath Roy. M.N. Roy is very famous personality. He is the person who changed his ideology throughout his life. He started his career as communist. Later he converted into Gandhian. Then he converted into radical. Then he converted into humanist. So those who are a political science student, this person is very famous and favorite for them. M.N. Roy, yes, it is an important personality in India. Clear? M.N. Roy involved into that, and this plan is based on the. It is an economic development plan for India. It is based on the communist line. So what exactly communist line? What it means to you? It is based on communist line. So what it means to you? A very simple question for you. क्या लगता है आपको? बताइए. Akshay, I am asking a very basic question. Plan based on communist line. So plan means economic planning, economic development of the country, which is based on plan, and that plan is based on communist ideas. What exactly it is? Yes, Ankita, you're there. Good. Providing the people with the basic needs. First of all, do you know what exactly communist planning is? Yes, yes, yes. Of course, Ankita, it is based on Marx socialism, but the most important aspect I'm asking. Yes, Ashwini, what Ashwini mentioned, communist line means under the state leadership and favor of proletarians. Yes, basically everything is going to plan by state. Government is going to take an important role in all the aspects. Second important, no to private sector. Yes, exactly. Command economy. Clear? These are the important aspects. Government is going to play important role in all the aspects. There is no scope for private thing. No private industry, no private property. All the industries are basically nationalized under government only. This thing is visible, or sorry, this thing was visible in USSR. This thing was visible in China for a long time. Communist line plan. Is that clear to you? Is that clear to you? Next. Now Gandhian plan. So who presented this plan? Mahatma Gandhi. Yes, everyone. Now the Gandhian plan. Who presented this plan? Gandhi. Of course not. Gandhian plan was presented by Sriman Narayan. Who was he? He was a Gandhian. Who was he? Gandhian. Gandhian plan was presented in 1944, and you know one important aspect, without reading the point, still you are in a position to understand what exactly this plan is going to say. What exactly it is going to say, because you know very clear that Gandhi was focusing on the basic aspect. That is what he said. He said we have to promote the cottage industry, we have to promote handicraft industry, and we have to pay more attention to the villagers. We have to make them self-sufficient as it was there in medieval times. Clear? Is that clear? Good. So, and you know, after independence, Gandhi said, let's go back to villages. चलो भाई गांव की तरफ चलो. Not for holiday. It is just the same intention. So this plan is presented by Sriman Narayan. This is the also perspective plan, of course, for more than 5 years. That is, this plan is for 10 years based on Gandhian ideology. Yes, and focused on development of same cottage industries, development of self-sufficient villages, development of khadi, etc. This plan, Gandhian plan, is also known as Sarvodaya plan. MSME is a different. Have you ever read about MSME and village and khadi cottage industry? Do you know? Yes, is that clear? Sarvodaya plan is basically Gandhian plan based on the ideology of Gandhi. That is, Gandhi want to make the villages self-sufficient. Gandhi wants the people of the villages to be self-sufficient. And how it is going to be? Focus on cottage and village industry. Yes, is that clear? Yes, is that clear to you? Next, one more plan, Visvesvaraya plan. Yes, M. Visvesvaraya. Who was he? M. Visvesvaraya. A very basic question. Then we are going to discuss about what's that plan. M. Visvesvaraya plan. I'm sure more than 60% of you belongs to only one stream of graduation. Yes, I'm damn sure. I'm saying 60%, it is the least. It is more than that. Who was he? M. Visvesvaraya. Only one person said, अरे भाई इंजीनियर हो थोड़ी तो इज्जत तो रखो भाई साहब. This is the person on his birthday every year people used to celebrate Engineers Day. Yes. Now everybody is going to say, good. M. Vishwesvaraya is basically one of the renowned civil engineers in India, and he worked as a Diwan of Mysore state. Yes, everyone, for your kind information, Mokshagundam Vishwesvaraya was a civil engineer. Along with that, he acted as a Diwan of Mysore state, and he was having vision for the development of India. So in 1934, he presented the idea of plan economy. Clear? He presented the plan for economic development of India, and the name of book was Plan Economy for India. He also suggested the idea, that is perspective plan for 10 years. What's the aim? In this plan approach, his approach was very clear. He said that if you want to develop the India, then first you have to increase the national income along with the per capita income. If you are going to increase the national income and per capita income, then and then only it is going to work. And how it is going to work? Yes, how it is going to work? By promoting industries. Yes, everyone. by promoting industry. But he didn't talk about what exactly means government should play important role or private sector should play important role. He just presented a normal plan, and that plan is for economic development of India. And he said that economic growth is possible by promoting industries. So after Second World War II, All India Manufacturing Association formulated this plan. Clear to you? M. Vishweshwaraya. Is that clear to you? Yes, everyone. Is that clear? Good. Next important thing that is related to Indian planning. Basic objectives of Indian planning. As we discussed one aspect related to planning, objectives of planning. So you mentioned the thing. What's the intention of planning in India? So there are four basic objectives of planning in India. First, economic growth. Second, self-reliance. Third, modernization. And fourth, social justice. Economic growth, how it is going to achieve? Yes, everyone. How we are going to achieve economic growth? क्या लगता है आपको कि हाँ भाई इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ कैसी होगी? आर्थिक वृद्धि करनी है, देश की तरक्की करनी, कैसे? हाउ इट इज पॉसिबल? Hmm. Yes, fast. Why you are taking so much time to reply? Do you know or you don't know? Nayan said providing employment, development of infrastructure. Okay, good. Yes, yes, go on, go on. Don't you think it's simple? Ankita said by putting up industries, the economic growth is achieved through, Neha said, production investment. Economic growth is achieved only through two means at that time. One is agriculture sector, second is industry. So Indian planning, the basic objective of Indian planning is economic growth, and how we are going to achieve economic growth through agriculture, through industries. As you know that after independence we lost our two fertile provinces, Bengal and Punjab. So economy was suffered, industries were nowhere. So when we started economic planning, we had the vision of development of these two fields, agriculture development and industrial development, and through this we are going to achieve economic growth. And you know, the first 5 year plan is dedicated to agriculture sector, and very famous statement by Jawaharlal Nehru is this: anything else can wait, but not agriculture. Clear? This industries, we know that from second 5 year plan onwards, India focused on it. Yes, and the most important aspect related to the economic growth we mentioned earlier, that is trickle down effect. Trickle down effect. Yes, everyone, do you know this trickle down effect concept? Trickle down effect concept is clear to all of you. So through this, we are going to achieve the economic growth. Once the economic growth is there, At the higher level, it is going to percolate in the lower strata of the society in the various forms. And is that clear to you? Economic growth concept is clear. Next important, self-reliance. As India, when they started thinking they do not have anything, आपने कभी सुना भी होगा कि सुई भी बना नहीं सकते थे हमारे यहाँ पे. And now we are one of the most important power in the world in terms of economy. How it is possible? Because India followed on one approach: import substitution option. Akshay, Akshay is having problem with the trickle down. Okay, I'm going to explain that in the latter lecture. Don't worry. What is trickle down, how it is going to impact, and what were the problems in the trickle down, and why India changed their approach when we are going to discuss the planning, 5-year plan, and all we are going to discuss. So how to make India self-reliant, that is our objective in planning. So for that we adopted import substitution option, means instead of purchasing anything from outside, we are going to manufacture that thing within India. Clear? Yes, that is the import substitution option. Modernization is an important aspect, that is modern industry, and through this modern industries we can compete with the world. That is an important aspect of it. Modernization, yes, modernization is important, modernization of industries, and through this modern industries India can compete with the world in all sectors. That's why we focus on steel and integrated steel plant first. Next, social justice. How? How social justice is going to be there? Through planning. A very basic question I'm having. How social justice is going to be possible through planning? Yes, everyone. How it is going to be possible? Social justice. Do you know? Yes, do you know how social justice is going to be possible? Yes, Ashwini, exactly. First, equitable distribution of resources. No, 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 Ankita. Reservation is a different aspect. Reservation is not related with this aspect. We are talking about planning. How through planning we are going to do the social justice, the basic important equitable distribution of resources, along with that equal opportunities, equal job opportunities, equal job opportunities. Then equal job opportunities, along with that employment generation. And through employment generation, what we are going to do? We are going to elevate poverty elevation. Yes, is that clear to you? Yes, social justice, is that clear to you? Yes, there are many aspects of it. social justice through planning, we are going to provide that. But is that clear to you how it is going to do so? Okay. Yes, everyone. So that's all for today's lecture. Thank you very much for valuable time. Tomorrow we are going to discuss the another aspect. Yes, tomorrow we are going to discuss the another aspect related to economic, and yes, at 12:50 p.m. today only we are having a session on modern India, and there we are going to discuss the rise of left within Congress. Yes, those who want to connect with me, those who want to contact with me, then you can contact with me through Unacademy app Telegram channel. Through my Telegram channel you can connect with me. Yes, that's all for now. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe. Yes, everyone. Thank you very much once again. And if you really like the way of teaching, then please dedicate the hats which is available with you. Okay. Thank you.